Let's talk about crypto lending. So lending over the blockchain. I'm a really big fan of lending. I'm extremely bullish on lending overall and of the projects and sort of the peer-to-peer lending that we'll see more and more over the blockchain. And I get some people who are like, yeah, but you're only making 8% or 12% or 6% in some market conditions. And I like to remind them, and I hope to remind you of this. It's not about the returns when it comes to lending for me. It's like a little bonus. Instead of just having stable coins sitting on the sidelines doing me nothing, I could make 8 or 10% on it. All of that adds up. My money is always working for me. I'm always making money on my money. It never. I always have soldiers out there. I'm fighting the financial battle for me. But it's not about that. It's just about having an allocation of stablecoin. And when markets are green, I take more profit and my stablecoin position grows. And as the markets are red or there's buying opportunity, maybe my stablecoin position is I deplete the stores of stablecoins, so to speak. Never completely. I always have some sitting on the sidelines. But remember, cash in a traditional portfolio is a position. And stablecoins in a DeFi portfolio is a legitimate position. And the only reason I'm also just my stablecoins lent out beats the stock market, and it's more liquid and it's easier to manage, and to me there's way less risk. And so why would I have a portfolio made up of stocks and index funds doing me 6, 7, 8% a year when I can do that all day long lending? But that's besides the point. Don't. I think a lot of people, when they're sitting on stablecoin, they feel like FOMO. Like, well, I'm missing out on an investment in something. And that's a legitimate thought. Like, I recognize that we may have that thought. But the question I would ask you is, if you take profit in green markets and you're sitting on stablecoin, is that worth it to you? Because you can snatch up awesome opportunities. When the market's correct by 20%, which they will, you can snatch up some awesome opportunities, and it adds stability to your overall portfolio. The question I was asked is, are we playing the long game or are we playing the short game? Are we in this for the long haul or are we just looking to make a quick buck? Because the answer to that question is going to dictate whether you see value in sitting on stables at any given time or you don't. And I'm not making either way right or wrong, but I'm just looking at just creating some space for the question, and the rest I'll leave up to you. Personally, big fan of stablecoin, big fan of lending, and I'm always lending because I can take advantage of market conditions, and my lending positions get bigger the more the markets go green, and they get smaller the more the markets are red, because I redeploy it, rinse and repeat over a short period of time. That really adds up. With that said, if you want to jam on this a little bit more, hop into the UIG inside the DeFi Portfolio Challenge or just the DeFi chat. I'm always happy to chat lending. I'm super bullish on the whole ecosystem that's being built on peer-to-peer lending and lending over the blockchain as well. So I'm really excited by the whole space in general. If you want to jam more on that, do let me know. Jump in, tag me in your question. And with that said, we'll see you in the